my introduction into management was with Carbon Records, which is Dwayne Morris himself. And we have worked alongside talents like Alkaline, Dean Fraser, Desi Jones, Taurus Riley. I've also worked with Ian Hurd, who a lot of people know him from Arden. He would have been the music teacher during my time at Arden. Yeah, I also went to Arden High, and there's this whole thing about Arden producing most of the people in the music industry. I think that's true, but I'll leave you guys to figure that part out. So yeah, that's a little bit about who I am. I would have done publicist work, which was publicist back then, because publicist work now is completely different from what it used to be. And so I started out doing things like that. I started out doing publicity and not necessarily management, but it is all a part of the executive work. The first talent that I managed in this 10-year would have been a talent in the gospel industry. Funny, right? So I started out in gospel on my own. After doing secular with Carbon Records, I would have branched out on my own into gospel, and then went back to dance hall, then back to gospel, and now I'm in reggae. One of the things that I have learned in the 10 years is adaptability. I think the music industry is ever changing. The music industry is consistently growing, and you wake up some days and the way that things happen don't happen the same way that you left when you went to sleep. You understand what I mean? And I feel like one of the things that I have learned in that time period is that you just have to adapt. You have to learn how to move on. You have to be quick. You have to think on your feet consistently, and you also have to think critically about things that everybody else in the space is not thinking about, because you are managing the space. And that comes with a lot of brain work. So we get the least amount of sleep in the industry, but still manage to do a lot of work, and people are wondering how we do it. How we do it, I do not know. I can tell you how I've done it. I have tasked myself with not focusing on more than 3 things at a time on any given day. I do 3 things every day, and that is how I manage to get everything done.